Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil heart could desire from these nincompoops. Jason and Elgin.
Hey yo, toys, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where friends get together to talk about one of our shared loves,
lasagna,
and toy collecting.
Oh yeah,
We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to or watching us live on YouTube every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. It's awesome that you're here. You're also going to learn soon enough we are not toy experts. Oh, no. We're just toy enthusiasts. So we're not always going to get all the details right.
That's right. And before we jump into today's episode, we've got something exciting to tell you about our Patreon and YouTube community, The Core. When you enlist in The Core, that's the Cracktastic organization of retro plastic specialists, you unlock a treasure trove of exclusive perks made just for hardcore collectors like you. You get bonus episodes, shout-outs, early access, plus an exclusive chat with us and the other Core members. So don't wait. Enlist in The Core today. Just go to enlistinthecore.com to help support the show.
From bubble-blister blunders to boxy behemoths, this episode is all about packaging faux pas. The crew will tear into the world's most impractical, ugly, and downright disastrous designs, whether it's packaging that's impossible to open without a power tool, or graphics that look like they were barfed out by a broken dot matrix printer. We're calling out the clunky, the confusing, and the completely cringe-worthy. Join us as we unwrap the worst the toy aisles has to offer. Yes, toy packaging grossness.
It stinks.
Elgin's super pumped for this episode because he gets to talk trash. He's been waiting.
Yeah,
He's been building it up.
We don't normally
No.
talk smack about stuff,
But stay tuned. The smack will be talked. Also from Elgin's smack talking mouth, he's going to take us on a tour of a toy store later, and that's going to be awesome as well.
Yes.
You can follow us on all the social media platforms, including Patreon. Those links can all be found at our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. We also have a monthly contest that Elgin's going to tell you all about.
That's right. Every month we post something to our social media pages, and we want you guys to comment, and girls to comment, and then we'll pick our most favoritist comment, and you will win a $5 coupon to toyhacks.com. You can spend that however you want to, but at least $5 or more.
Oh yeah.
There. But yeah, make sure you comment. We'll post something every month, so make sure you check out daily to see if we've posted that and that you can comment.
Sounds good.
It might get past you, so that's why I want you to check.
That's true. We
every
post
day.
a lot of stuff, so
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I try to pin those, but anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we know. Toyhacks.com. All right. Now let's talk about one of our favorite segments. It's that time we talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
Oh, yeah, Cobra. And Elgin, hey, what have you picked up lately, pal?
I like that we celebrate Cobra every time. Yay, Cobra!
Yeah, go Cobra, guys.
Go Cobra! Join up today, Cobra. He needs you. So a little while ago, I was perusing Amazon, as you do.
No.
Yeah. Looking for the deals, the wheeling and dealing on Amazon. It can be done.
Mhm.
You just have to be vigilant. And they were having a spring sale where they discount a bunch of toys and stuff. Anyway, I saw this pack. It was a 4-pack of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I was like, I gotta.
That means division's about to happen. I'm
Yeah, I was
excited.
like, okay, so I think it was like $19. So
Okay.
4 figures for $19. That's under $5 a figure.
Love
So-
it.
So Elgenomics at play, of course, at this purchase. And it was the series 2 of the classic adventure series 4-pack of Heroes, Hero 4-pack. It's basically they were kind of ones based off of comics and stuff like that. So, but they were in the kind of the size of most of the normal classic Ninja Turtle stuff. So of course it came with a Splinter, a version of a Splinter here. Here he is with this sweet kind of purpley
Robe.
robe that he has. Cloak,
Just got out of the shower. Sure.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yep. But yeah, looks pretty. I mean, these are very like the action figures of the '80s style.
Mhm.
How they looked as well too. But yeah, he even has a little tail back there.
Oh, is this the one that comes in that tin thing?
It came in a turtle van.
Yeah.
That was a box. It was like a cardboard. I didn't keep it because it was like
Oh.
it was too much.
Okay.
So I just tossed it. But it was just had some artwork on it.
Yeah.
That was shaped. It was a giant rectangle. It wasn't like shaped curved.
But the box art was of the van.
Yes, it was like them
That's
like
cool.
hanging out and stuff. It looked cool and everything, but it was like
Yeah.
what am I gonna do with this?
Yeah.
So I tossed it. But yeah, so yeah, Splinter, he did come with some weapons. He came with his little the weapons pack. I haven't even taken out any of these stuff, but mainly because his little staff with the sword staff, and that fits into there. Just like the vintage one did. When I was a kid, I taped this closed, but the tape like fell off because it would never stick on there. It would just slide off. So I was like, I gotta tape this on here. Anyway, but yeah, I didn't take off any of the weapons off the weapons rack. And of course, he did come with a bow as well, which was kind of classic weapon for him. But yeah, he just had a basically different robe. I think the original one was like a dark brown robe that he had, but a nice white belt and just kind of a different version of him. It's like you can never go wrong with another Splinter.
No.
You know, I would like to get one that's flocked at some point in time.
Whoa.
That'd be cool. But
did they
anyway.
ever? I don't think they did, right?
In
the vintage?
They might have.
Hmm.
And then so these are all heroes because it was the action hero 4-pack. So then we get a Ray Fillet character, which I missed out when they did the classic series, the classic line of this at Walmart. So I was like, well, I need to get a Ray Fillet. This was an opportunity to get one.
Yeah.
For $5 basically.
Heck yeah.
Under $5. But he comes with this little gun there. It's just like a Ray.
Yep, the gun's a Ray.
The gun is a Ray.
His belt buckles a Ray.
Yeah, he's all. But I love this like '90s teal. It's like the Tampa Bay Devil Rays colors back in the baseball stuff. Before they changed the Devil Rays, I think, or Rays or whatever they're called now. But they used to be called the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. I was hoping this would like flatten out, but maybe I have to like soak it in some hot water. He's got a little tail. He also came with a little character. This little guy.
Sure.
He's like he has a bunch of TNT on his back, and he has a little plunger that he's about ready to plunge, and he has
Yeah.
a World War I helmet. I don't remember if they had a name for him. There was no file cards on any of these as well, which didn't make any sense, but because usually they have like some sort of copy with like a bunch of
something.
Yeah, something file card wise, but they didn't.
Nope, I
But yeah,
don't
this
know his
little
name
guy-
either. Huh.
Yeah. And then it came. He had a little starfish, an angry starfish as well.
As I assume all starfish are, just pissed.
Yeah, just super angry. I don't think it'll focus, but it's so
I
angry.
love how mad he is, though.
He's mad. He's big mad. He's big mad right there.
He is. He is. That's great.
So yeah, Ray Fillet comes with a little Ray harpoon gun, I guess. So yeah, I never had a Ray Fillet character. So like I said, I missed out on getting him on retail card. So I'm like, well, this will be an opportunity to get him. Plus, I get another Splinter.
Oh yeah.
And they came with 2 turtles as well. Came with Michelangelo.
Mikey.
These have a little bit more articulation.
I saw that just
some of the other
now.
ones. Some better shoulders and elbows. Oops, that's gone forever. It's on the floor. But these all bend. His nunchucks, the chains. So it's kind of a, I don't know, sad point, I guess. He does have a little tail.
Oh.
More comic accurate than anything.
Yeah.
And he does have some kind of texturing on him. I don't know if you can see that, especially on his shell.
Oh yeah.
Right there. And then on his back. It's almost like he's like stitched together, but I think it's like shading. It's supposed to be like shading, much like a comic. And his feet are huge.
Oh my gosh.
Like they're giant. But he can do like a kick if you wanted to. Like he could do like that.
Sure.
Which you can't really do with vintage figures. Like have that kind of motion. Which is cool. But yeah, a lot more articulation on this, especially the turtles. Not so much with the other 2 figures. And he just came with his 2 nunchucks. And then of course I got my guy Donnie.
Yay.
That was kind of the other selling point was getting another Donatello. And he's the same with the little stubby tail and the giant feet. And
so serious.
Yeah, but he's well, it's comic book. But they were serious. They were serious artists back in the comic days before they went all goofy in the 80s. You know, the cartoon show.
Yeah, just the whited out eyes too.
Yeah, I really like how they look. I mean, they're just I know some people don't like the comic looks of it's not there. The comic look of the turtles and stuff, but I don't know. There's something about the seriousness of it too, and just a different version but the same size and same, but just another version of a Donnie, That's why I have those 4. Those were the 4-pack of the Adventure Series Heroes. Adventure Series. It was some weird long name. Series 2 Adventure Comic Heroes. Something like that. It was a long name. But yeah, get 2 turtles. And I think they made a series 1 with the other 2 turtles and and I don't remember who else it came with, but they didn't have that on sale, or they didn't have it available. But really, I wanted to get a Ray Fillet, and of course Donnie. The other 2, it's nice to have them as well,
Sure.
But yeah, that's what I got. Some turtles, some turtles.
Nice. All right, I got some things too. Let's see here. Lovely assistant. Oh man, super stoked about this guy. Played the long game with him.
Oh yeah.
So I have a lot of toys, obviously, and I know. Only really since starting this podcast have I concerned myself with any completing a line, which I think everyone would want to do.
Yeah, it's fun.
And this guy doesn't complete a line for me, but he's one of my last few pieces for the Robots in Disguise 2001 line. which is a very interesting and cool line that I love a lot, which I'll talk about later. Also, but it was a weird line because it was in between some things. It was in between Beast Wars and this the Armada Energon Cybertron trilogy that came out later. It was just in this little window, this 1 year of toys, and it was a hodgepodge of stuff. Japan had the cartoon, and we redubbed it and tried to make it cool, and it was fine. It was cool, but the toys are awesome, and it's right when I was getting back into toys as an adult and Transformers, and so the line was very special to me, and I'm almost got it complete. And this one is just a weird, bizarre thing. He was never in the cartoon. He doesn't belong anywhere in the universe. It's such a weird ass toy. He's got the name of a character that we know. His name's Bruticus.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, which is the name of a combiner of army tank, car, helicopter thing. But this is a dragon, and he's the funniest looking robot. And he's so weird. He's very asymmetrical in lots and lots of ways.
Interesting.
He's got this thing that comes off he can use as a weapon in his hand, like this tail part. Well, is this his face? Is this the face?
I thought those was his wings at first.
Nope, that's the face, but then that's nothing. That's a face. I don't know. We don't know. It's part of his ponytail. I don't know. It's weird. You know,
crazy.
Parts, very different parts all over the place. This weird hip crotch set. What is that? Nobody knows. I love its asymmetry. It's amazing. Just played the long game. He goes for more than he should online, but I've found him super cheap and like everything. But just got that seller, was trying to get rid of stuff. Oops.
Yeah, I like the reds and yellows, orange.
Yellows, yep.
Yellows.
Yeah, red, yellow, black.
Yeah,
very.
That's always a nice combination of stuff.
Yeah.
The colors going.
I'm excited to show you this guy. You might have seen him at Corner Collectibles, but I needed him, and he's one of your favorite colors. It's not glow in the dark, but this little predator here.
I think
he's translucent. I think we decided he's not glow in the dark, but he's got nice line work.
Like he should be
on his. I know, right? He should be.
Especially
just one of those, little Funko Mini types. Just translucent, which is just badass. He just looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
So you can see his little 3 dots up there on his.
Oh yeah, for his
head, laser head scope thing. But yeah, just a neat little skulls drawn. Neat little thing. It's a few bucks down at Corner Collectibles.
Cool.
Speaking of combiners, finally get to show these guys off. They're making a new Devastator, and they made one back in Combiner Wars many years ago, but it's time to, every 10 years or so they do it again and make it better. And although smaller, this guy is looking to be the best one yet. I know that's the Kool-Aid I'm drinking, I'm supposed to say, but he really is. The robot, this is Scrapper, the leader. He's a little scoop, shovel, and bulldozer type. He looks
like
great.
A yellowish green color.
Yeah, it's Devastator, so it's got that very neon green and purple. Hopefully this camera shows
it's brighter. It's definitely brighter.
This green is nice and bright, definitely, and he looks great. He transforms great. He's got more articulation ever than the past versions. Just individual so far.
Sure.
Far superiorist one yet. And they've done we've seen the full Devastator in just all gray, prototype to see what he's gonna look like, and he looks amazing. And then also out in the first wave, that's exciting. Just Tiffany in the chat says comes out almost exact color side by side with her screen. So she's
Nice.
got it with next to her screen. That's great. Oh, thank God, this new camera. Jimmy, we got Jimmy in the chat saying, "Oh man, that's an
Hey.
awesome figure." What's up, Jimmy?
Jimmy Jam.
And he says, "Are they in disguise when they transform? Is that why?" I think so.
Aren't they all?
They all are. And then we got Bone Crusher. Like I said, the second one that's also in Wave 1. He is a straight up bulldozer. He's adorable because all the pictures I saw, he's really squatty. He's got a very wide, big chest, and like his grandpa legs are just all one color. Like they snap straight, so they're straight or they're bent, and that's as far as they go without this. So they kind of stand like this, and like I said, it's all there's no color to break up any of this down here. So it just with this just wideness, he looks like he's a grandpa a little bit. I like it. Yeah. I think he looks great.
Will these eventually combine together?
Yep. Sweet. So there's 6 of them total, and the first 2 in Wave 1 are out, and then in a month or couple months they'll have another 2, and then a couple months after that there'll be a 2-pack for the last 2, which will have all the parts.
They're going to do them all like in 1 year or one.
Yep, within 1 year. They promised us that it'll be you'll be able to get them in stores. I forgot how they say it. The A list of they use the letter A
like
when they
A
talk.
Tier? A tier?
Sorta, yeah. In toys where like Optimus is always A tier. Like there's he will peg warm. He will be abundant. And they said these are a lot. So these came with little parts. This will eventually be part of his forearm.
Oh, okay.
When I can't see him like that without transforming him more, but anyway, he's a fun little dude. They all come with little weapons.
He's an arm. He's an arm.
He will be an arm. Yep. And then Scrapper will be a leg.
Okay.
A couple more. We got Tiffany and I I use this app, schmacks.com.
That's an app?
It's a website, actually. Schmacks, SHMAX.com. It's where I log all my toys, all my Transformers. I didn't want to start with all of them.
I thought it was like a selling app or something.
Oh, no. It's just a website run by collectors. We submit pictures and things to help anyway, it's for all toys, but I just have been logging all my Transformers in there.
Cool.
So that I can keep track of my number. I did just go over 1,900. I'm getting eye rolls from off camera here. It's pretty great.
It's impressive.
I think so. Anyway, we were looking through it the other day, and also at Ollie's, they've had the same 4 Beast Wars characters for nothing for a year straight. Like all of them that were ever made are all in Ollie's right now. It's just it takes up half. Anyway,
the other half is a bunch of Ric Flairs.
Yes, true. And I swore to God I had this guy. And in my schmacks, I've never
sugar
really
smacks.
said that word much out loud, so it feels weird to say
you gotta say sugar in front of it.
My logging, that's not good. Where I catalog my toys, it says I marked this, yes. So I thought I had it. We couldn't find it as we looked through these Beast Wars ones, but we got Terrorsaur, the little pterodactyl. Well,
I feel like you bought that before.
And I have, but War for Cybertron Kingdom, this kind of sub beast line, they redid this guy in that line, which made it very confusing. So I might have confused that. But got this Beast War. So this is a re-release of the Beast Wars they did. They probably did 10 dozen figures. It's got some classic Beast Wars.
120 figures.
Logos, I know. The transformation just came on the back of those. Pretty neat, pretty fun. But now I have the Beast Wars re-releases complete. Anyway, okay, one
How
more.
many figures were there in that? There weren't that many. It didn't feel
In
like.
the re-release,
Yeah.
I think maybe like a dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
not
seemed
a
like
ton.
not a lot because I thought about picking some up because I love that Beast Wars.
Yeah,
that's-
and it
I
works
mean-
with He-Man. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
fun, you know.
But I just haven't. I mean,
But
I
those
just go to all these. I guess.
go to Ollie's, man. There's 3 or 4 of them, different characters there
Yeah.
for $10. There's a steal. So
Yeah.
okay, my last one. Okay, I'm looking at the clock here. How much do I tell this story? So I got my HasLab,
Oh.
and I just have the box here.
Okay.
We got Omega Prime. Here's his box.
Yeah.
Freaking
Cool.
beautiful.
Looks nice.
This is a character from Robots in Disguise 2001. Like the first thing I talked about with the weird Bruticus guy, but it's we get 2 big figures, an Optimus Prime and an Ultra Magnus. The cartoon was amazing. It's so awesome. And these guys were kind of like brothers, and they butted heads, and they kind of fought a lot. But then when it came time to have to defeat the bad guy, they decided to team up, and they formed Omega Prime. And so, which is this guy on the front, where a lot of parts pull apart and they reassemble and they go together. It's like a giant puzzle.
Sure.
This, like I said, this line's one of my favorites. I have the original and it's incredible, but it doesn't really hold up. It's very fragile and
Sure.
wonky, and it's like once you have them stood on the shelf, just leave them there.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to take pictures. I would normally want to take pictures like side by side, but
Sure.
I don't want to mess with that guy anymore, and I have to. The original
Right.
guy. There are plenty of comparison pictures on the internet.
Sure.
And that's also why I'm just showing you the box. It's like I didn't want to do an unboxing of this because I just wanted to like spend time with it by myself.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Just sit back and enjoy it, because it's bigger and it's more complicated, and it's
Sure.
quite an effort to. And I'm just again taking my time with it. The HasLab was fully funded. He came with extra pieces. He's got platforms, stands. He's got this giant axe that's bigger than him. All sorts of cool stuff. They turned what was just Ultra Magnus's like weapon, turned him into a character, made him a robot now.
Cool.
Blue Bolts, they call him. They made him a name. He's a new character. It's cool. I was telling Tiffany the story a minute ago. A year ago, we paid for it. You know how HasLabs and crowdfunded stuff works, and it's been a year, and like gave them the money. We've been waiting patiently. It's time. Oh, it's shipping. Oh my God, it's finally here. The long wait. Put yourself in this position, Mr. Eternia.
Yeah.
I mean, yours was way more expensive than this one, but still, I'm like, the day is here. It's arriving. FedEx. They sent me the photo evidence of it being delivered. I'm like, yes. Wait a minute. That's not my house.
Yeah.
And just that feeling of like, but all this time I was, oh no, what do I do? And I jumped in the car and I drove up and down the streets for 20 minutes trying to find it. Almost
looking
gave
for
up.
a lost child.
It felt the panic was, I imagine, similar, sadly. And I've never lost a child, so I can't actually compare it. But anyway, about to give up and call and yell at FedEx, and I went down some back alley and they'd put it on the back porch of some house on the same block, and I'm like, God dang it, you sons of bees. Anyway, I got it. It's fine, but everything's fine.
Yeah.
It was scary. It was an adventure. It was great. All right. That's stuff I've got. Let's get into today's topic. What do you say?
Yeah.
Is it time to talk trash? Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that what we want to do, Elgin?
Talk about stuff I hate.
Packaging? What is the worst packaging design in your opinion? What grinds your gears, Elgin?
Yeah, it's gonna turn into a Family Guy. You know what really grinds my gears? I started thinking about this and like listing stuff of like I'm looking at my wall stuff like what do I have that I like to look at for packaging? And as a Motu guy, most of my stuff is bubble. It's on card and bubble, and I love that. I
Why?
love that clear, open. You can see the entire figure. You can
All of it.
see all of it. Like there is nothing hidden on a figure on a blister. Like
And usually
there's nothing like you can see the whole thing. You can see the face, you can see the head sculpt, you can see the artwork, you can see everything. You can see the back and you can hang it. And I love how that looks on the wall. How it's, you can see a figure displayed like that. Now I don't normally display a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff I open.
mm-hmm.
But when I do display it, I want to be able to see the figure. I don't want this much.
Yeah.
I don't want that much of a figure displayed. That's stupid. I hate that. So anything that blocks off that much of a figure is
or the most extreme of that was obviously when Hasbro a few years ago was like, today, no more windows, no more plastic.
I put that down there. Windowless boxes, windowless packaging. I hated that. That was the worst thing. Yeah.
Now
GI Joe Classified. They still do it to some extent, and they ended up going back. But like, you had like this. Basically, it was just all artwork in a box, which is fine.
Silver lining.
If you want to put it on yourself on that way,
you get this awesome artwork.
But if you don't keep it or you don't display it,
windowless.
What's the point?
I know.
The windowless craze or whatever. I don't even know if it was a craze. It was. I don't think it was wanted by any collector.
Not a one.
Like everything I saw on the interwebs, which is all true, by the way, was that we hate this, and I would agree. I did not like it. One, you can't see if there's any QC issues. Like there's no way for you to see, oh, does that eyeball go that way?
Yeah.
And the other one go that way?
Until they took it away, did I realize how much I would hold up 2 or 3 of the same toy and be like, I get to choose which one I think looks better. Maybe they're all the same, and that's fine. I can determine that too.
But it's they're taking away your free will of choice to like pick a toy and say, this is the one I want out of these 3 or 4, instead of like, oh, I hope this one's okay. I hope this one's great. And even Transformers, to the worst offender with Transformers for me, looking at it, and I don't even collect Transformers, is when they did the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron trilogy pack with the freaking brown box, and they just stamped the name on there, and then on a white label said, hey, this is your toy inside, probably. And like no window, not even like artwork, zero artwork, 0 windows. It's like 0 stars for me. It was bad. Like I'm just like I felt bad for you because I knew you bought some of those.
Oh sure, yeah.
It's just like
plenty.
This is dumb.
Now,
like
their reasoning is that Generation Selects line is geared towards collectors. It's not a line popular with toys and characters popular enough to sell on shelves. So it's going to be a mail order only ish theory line for collectors who want those. I'm just that's their rationale for scaling down the art and
their script that they had to read.
Yeah, probably.
Like, oh no, it's because of this. Yeah, those blank boxes. That was like I know you're especially if you're. I mean, you can't even display them. You could display a blank box or something. I suppose you could draw on it or something and make your own artwork or something. But yeah, that
And
one. I
then,
hate that
yeah,
one.
like you said with the the Marvel figures, like they were releasing a new kind of subline of those that were maybe more kid priced and stuff
Mhm.
of like movies when movies would come out.
Right.
And like there's no examples to go by. This is a new toy line
Right.
in this windowless box. Sure,
Right.
it's a picture of the toy, but is it?
Yeah.
Like
You have no idea.
no idea. And
Yeah.
it backfired a lot because a lot of them dumbed down to kids' toys were terrible. They were terrible.
And there's no way for you to know if somebody opened it up, took out the piece,
Which
taped it back
also
up,
ran
and
rampant.
yeah, like
A
the
lot of
stealing of things. I know it still happens even with bubble stuff, but I feel like it was more,
people would just put
you
a
know,
pop bottle in there,
yeah,
you know,
something with
and
weight or something,
yeah.
and just like they don't check this tape. Oh, you returned it,
Fortunately,
okay?
never happened to me in my
Yeah.
days, thank gosh. But all day long on the internet, people are
Oh, yeah.
showing like you can see it on the shelf with the wrong figure in it.
That too, yeah. It's crazy. It happened to Target a lot. Like they didn't take anything back. But yeah, that just having no window, yeah. Even with especially with the QC issues with the Dungeons and Dragons reissue toys, the 80s cartoon ones, like they had
Yeah,
broken toys inside the box. Like
I know.
you couldn't even tell. Like it was like, well, I hope it's okay. It wasn't. They
Not a
never
good
were.
feeling.
Yeah, terrible feeling. This one might be get some flack from people. I don't know,
Oh,
commenters or so.
oh,
I'm not a huge fan of like the book style packaging where you have like NECA, where you have a
the
piece that
Velcro.
Velcro opens up and then your figure's there and then you close it. I don't really like that, mainly because if I'm gonna display it, it's gonna be on the spine and not the front.
You're
So you're like,
forced to with that kind.
yeah, and you're forced to put it on the side. And if I'm gonna take it out of the box, I'm probably not going to possibly keep the box at all.
But that isn't a nice compromise. You get, yeah, I
But
know.
if I display it, I would want to display it with to look at the figure.
The
So
figure.
I'd have to then open this thing up and display it like that. Who is gonna freaking display an open book thing on a show? I've never seen that. I've seen a lot of toy rooms of people. I've never seen them go and then have a little thing like that and like, oh, this is how I display my. They have
Display wise, for
yeah.
sure.
It's
We got Just Tiffany says, I love those simply because it's the best of both worlds with the blister pack and artwork.
I suppose if you don't take it out, but if you, yeah, I'm just not. I was thinking about like what I don't like as for myself personally, and I'm
No,
not
I
a fan
feel
of
you.
those.
Like I don't. I have all the Turtles Universal crossovers, the
Yeah.
NECA stuff. It's got the
Yep.
open thing, and
Yep.
it's great to open it and look at it.
Yeah.
But I don't get to this. I only get to display the front of the art of the flap. I don't get to
Yeah.
display the toy
Exactly.
or the spine. I can't remember. I have some spined and some
spines,
front.
yeah.
But because I haven't opened those, I don't get to see the toy unless I grab it and open it. Again, yeah, I see what Tiffany's saying. It's a cool concept
Yes.
of getting it and getting more art that way. You get an extra art on the inside of the flap too. That
I think it's nice for retail display.
mm-hmm.
If you're in the store looking at it, it's great. I think practical wise, at home in your own.
Elgin hates it.
I don't like it.
That's okay.
I said that up front. I don't like it.
You don't have to. I'm glad that you hate something, you big old meanie.
So well, this is our hate episode.
Oh yeah, okay.
We get one every 5 years. I saw a lot of people talking about the shapes of boxes, especially if you're displaying spine wise on like on a bookshelf. especially with wrestling boxes. There was a
Uh-huh.
lot of
Oh, they're
hate
awful.
on like because they're so angular and they don't quite fit. And then they changed it. Like they had a whole, for years the same box for like elites and others, and then they like changed it to like a slightly, even the legends, they like made them inverted a little bit too. So they look weird when you put them on a shelf all lined up. They don't quite all match now,
Oh,
and they look a little funky. I think they started doing it with Masterverse now too. They switched to a different cut on the box.
these
So my
companies know that there are inbox toy collectors,
they
and
have
they
to. I mean,
see. Do they respect them? I don't know, because the same thing
they
happened in
respect the dollar.
Transformers, especially with that windowless packaging. You got this line that you've been collecting for say 5 years, and then you're an inbox collector, and you have them all look this way.
Yep.
And
It completely
it
changes
fixes
it.
that OCD, and then all of a sudden this new box, and you're like, it
It messes
ruins
it up.
lives,
It
people.
messes up how it looks if you
It
want
does.
if you treat the boxes, the artwork like art. If you want it displayed like art. I know we've talked about several times that I know I feel like that way too. I know you feel that this is art. This stuff that they put on, they put work. People have designed this. They've designed it, they've colored it, they've drawn all this stuff. It is a toy, but in some aspects it is artwork. And if you want it displayed like artwork, you want everything to look nice on your shelf. And like changing that box, yes, they change it for whatever reason, but it messes up the whole flow of your shelf, the shelf flow. That's trademarked.
Yeah. But changing it or not, if your line is made of some fucking polygonal flippity, like
Right.
this, you invent a new cubical shape that doesn't
Display space.
stand up. War for Cybertron's boxes were freaking awful. They were just all angular, and they do not stack in any way because they can't.
Right.
And just all that. I know what you're saying, whether they change it in line or not, but if you make your box or packaging
One way,
not uniform in a cool way, gosh dang,
it's making it super angular just for, hey, this is something different.
show it up. Yeah.
It's like, but you had this whole line previous for years doing one way, and we collected them that way, and now you're like changing it on us. Come on, man. Yeah, that was.
Give me some more, Elgin. Give me some more hate.
Let's see what else I got on my window boxes versus no window, small windows.
What about
slants? Lewis.
What about the ties inside the boxes?
Oh my god, those freaking ties! Don't even get me started on
especially the ones with the wires in it.
Why are there wires? There's no reason for it.
Why
like
are we
you can
still...
do the string. The string is okay.
Uh-huh.
That cuts pretty easily. If you have something like this, or where you can just clip at it. But the freaking not zip ties, but like the plastic. I mean, they're not zip ties. I though I did just cut out. I opened something for this week that had actual zip ties on it.
What?
I was like, dude, there was no. Why are you doing this? I had to like cut through them. They're like mini zip ties, but like the actual just plastic stuff. It's so annoying to like, especially on like Motu stuff. They have it all the time with like their arms are strapped in and their legs. And it's like, do you really need that? I mean, if they're gonna steal something, they're gonna steal the accessories, which are just taped to the back of the thing.
I know. Perfect world. It's what the double pressed plastic where it just holds it down with the other piece, and there's nothing. You can just pull off the top, crunch piece of plastic and boop, pop it. Get rid of ties.
Glued around. Yeah, there's no reason, especially Motu, when they're in a figure where it's like, they're standing. All it is, there's another backing piece. There's a backing piece, plastic piece, and there's that front bubble, and that secures you enough because it's glued on that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the glue might come off and then your figure might, but I've hardly ever seen
Can't
that.
say invest enough in one of these little guys for
Yeah.
sure. They definitely help you get through it, but
Yeah, I think these are actually.
those are gigantic.
Thank you.
Uh,
I took these out of my they're smaller.
oh, okay.
They're just bigger because it's
Just
close.
put them way close.
Yeah. They were in my kit for changing guitar strings.
Mm-hmm.
I had a kit that I bought a long time ago to cut the ends, but normally I just use like a larger side cutters, and these are like, oh, I'll just use these for down here instead. So
I know when I
so
open
they are.
older figures, like they still got freaking the metal inside of the dang twisty tie. It's like, what the
Yeah,
heck?
that's old school.
I think it's getting better. You know, they got
Yeah.
just your clear plasticky stuff now that
Yeah.
you know I
Yeah,
leave. It's all over my floor, but
yeah, I know down here too. I have a trash can, but it doesn't seem to go in the trash can.
it doesn't.
It
Not
like
all of
jumps
them.
out.
It really
It's
does.
like I'm not gonna be thrown away. But yeah, sometimes I have like the little rubber band type stuff, that's fine. But like when they get down to like those, it's almost like the clothing ties that they have like for um, clothing stickers, price tags. But they've used that to like clip it on.
I got
cool.
I like it. I don't mind it when it's paper. I got one here example
Yeah.
where they're at least trying to be friendly to nature, maybe. I don't know. Recycled paper, you know,
that was the other one. You just showed me that package. I drew a picture of it too. It's called
picture time.
Yeah.
Let me make it big. Okay. Oh yeah.
That's open box style, where things could get stolen easily, where you
like
can rip off their freaking head.
LeBron heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, TikTok, you jerk faces.
Yeah, it's like, oh, let's just leave. We'll tie them to the box, but let's just take out the window now. Now we don't have any bubble packaging at all. No boxes. We'll just leave it exposed so the figure can breathe in the air. Oh, everything's stolen? Huh, never thought that would ever happen. I thought everyone was honest.
Yeah, but like Tiff says, the extra plastic isn't friendly to nature.
Yeah,
Losing
I'm probably
toys.
dead before
I know.
the world's gonna die anyway. So
yeah, the open box.
If you just burn the plastic, it's fine because that gets rid of it faster.
But I'm with you. I love it for myself because then I get even better look at the QC and I can really
I do
can
like
feel
that
a joint
part.
or something. I can touch and feel I can tell the difference in plastic. You can tell the difference in plastic.
I don't know how many Batmen I've seen stolen from open packages like that. It's like, oh, there's a Batmobile with a Batman. Oh nope, guess not. It's just a Batmobile now.
And Tiffany wants to back you up. Breathing in the burnt plastic is great for your lungs as well, too. So.
Exactly. It's circle of life. You know?
Oh my God. Kids, do not listen to these two crazy people. This is not true.
Yeah, I recently, I haven't opened it yet, but I picked up a Godzilla. It was on clearance. And it's in that open package style.
Yeah.
And the first thing Amanda said, because she was with me, she's like, does it have a tail? Because it it's not packed with it. You have to attach it, and it was in there, but it was like taped down inside. But it's like it could have easily been. Who would steal a tail? But who
would steal a LeBron head and only a LeBron head?
Would.
God,
I feel like.
Damn TikTok.
But yeah, it's like that to have that just completely open, where it could be stolen
that's too far.
Yeah, WWE does that as well. They do stuff with like they did it with that ATV that I have, that Big E.
Oh yeah,
ATV. That figure. There were a lot of missing Big E figures because of that. And all it was his hands are like looped out around with like rubber band type stuff. That was it.
Boy, you could yank that out of there so fast. I know.
Or if you have like a little,
who doesn't carry?
Yeah, on their keychain. Yeah, exactly. And just like whoosh, whoosh, and you're done.
Just Tiffany says, as a store manager, you'd be surprised what people will steal. Yeah.
I'm not.
I bet. Ugh,
Yeah, everything.
the toy aisle alone.
Yeah,
But
I just walked in. Speaking of that, I just walked into one of the Dollar Generals here. I think it was one by my house.
Mary, yep, wherever that is.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yeah, by my house. But yeah, it was somebody had opened. They stole a Grogu out of the. It was a a box with artwork on the front, and just
Mandalorian and
opened it. Boom, yeah, Mandalorian, the
took the
little
Grogu.
Grogu figure, just took it out and then laid the packaging there, right next to it. It's like,
Ugh,
I hate
humans.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one more. El, you got any more worst packaging designs before we move on out of here?
I think I talked about all of them
The big ones that make you mad.
Yeah,
I had one more that's just a similar thing to your first.
it might jog my memory.
Well, I'm gonna just go on the record and say I don't like blind bags. Same reason.
No, I thought about talking about that, but I was like,
But you kind of do like blind bags, blind boxes.
I do and I don't. But
I know, but it's the same thing. I don't get to see what's in there, whether I know what 6 things it could be.
Yeah.
I still don't get to see what. I get it. That's the thrill of the. I don't know.
Yeah, if they were, my problem with them is the price, because they always seem so dang expensive for something you don't even know what you're getting, which I hate.
Right.
I don't know what I'm getting.
Some of them are fucking $15
but
a piece.
My only, I don't know, not compromise, but concession to that is that blind boxes are a thing of their own. Like they're their own genre. I don't know if that's the right word. No, but sub thing.
Kind of toy.
Yeah, it's like it's its own collectible thing where you do blind bags.
But how can you like it if you?
I know.
Once you get one, okay, cool. You got the one you wanted first try, great. But you don't ever.
You're not always
a couple, and then you have to get how many you have to get because you want to complete the line,
right?
So then you buy 12 toys to get 6.
No, I changed my mind. I hate it.
Thank you. Let's hate it together.
Get those blind bags out of my face.
I get the excitement, sure. If it's just like all of it's super expendable money. Like you just have to say goodbye. You can't count on that $6.
Yeah, it's like if you like.
I know all of this is my.
If you like lotto tickets.
There you go.
And you have extra money and you just want to throw away money like the lottery, then buy blind bag.
But at least boxes. You get something for it versus
you get 5 of the same thing usually.
I know.
I thought about talking about that, but I was like, well, it feels like its own episode.
I know. I've got lucky a few times. Tiffany says
I have to.
You can't say you never get a blind choice first. We definitely have, and that's wonderful. I can be like, I'm out.
Yeah, and the one
concept.
I bought like an entire box of them. I think you did that too with those the ones at GameStop.
Oh yeah.
But when GameStop was clearancing out the little Motu,
if you can buy the whole box,
things, I just bought the whole box of them, and I ended up getting the entire thing. But you almost have to like buy an entire box, a case. But it was on clearance, so I was like, well, it's kind of worth it to do it there then. But it's for me, it's almost like its own thing.
Yeah,
like that thing, akin to lottery tickets and stuff like that.
It's closer to that than toy.
It's closer to scratch tickets than really anything.
Yeah, you get that little thrill.
It's like the yeah,
and it's usually that.
Usually the last. It's usually the valleys and not the highs.
I hope you feel better. You got to let out some of that rage. You get to purge some of that anger you've had holding in your heart all these years. You're such an angry person in general.
I'm just angry all the time. It really grinds my gears.
So I hope you feel better getting that out of your system. I know
I think we need one of these episodes like to just to cleanse the palate.
I like it.
Because normally we talk,
Yeah,
nice about
normally
things, but
totally nice all the time.
yeah,
The two
sometimes
nicest kids on the internet, you and me.
on the block. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's just
Exactly.
it's-
Tiffany
but
says you're both the least angry people. I know. I know.
Yeah, well, we try not to be. So
Yeah.
it's
'Cause this
toys.
is
You gotta
fun.
have fun. It's toys.
Yeah. We
You know,
remember.
except when they put them in the freaking windowless
Yeah,
boxes.
stop doing it. Okay.
Jerks.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a quick little break. We're going to tell you all about the Prescribed Films Podcast Network. What's that? The PFPN? Well, this lady's going to explain some of that for you.
Sweet.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Like one of the new podcasts on the network is called Mad Ghoul Radio. And it's by this guy that spent his whole life being a music DJ.
Oh,
And
nice.
is friends of a friend's. And like he's like the CEO of a hospital. And he's like, I just need something else to do. Like, this is my hobby. I collect music. I have been a DJ my whole life. So his podcast is about music. It's really great. He'll play a track, he'll give some history, talk about it, and plenty of it skews towards horror scores and music too, which is I love that stuff myself. But Mad Ghoul Radio is pretty cool.
So he's
podcast.
like a new Dr. Demento.
Exactly, but spookier. Okay, so Elgin's gonna get ready, folks. Hop in the car. We're going for a drive.
All right, today's store we're going to is called KD. That's capital K, capital D, Toys N Customs. That's N with just the letter N, not and. Toys and Customs. That was too much explanation for a name.
It really was.
It's at 3371 North Academy Boulevard in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's 11 hours and 53 minutes from Ottumwa.
Whoa.
And about an hour. But if you're in Colorado, it's an hour and 18 minutes south of Denver. Colorado Springs is the second largest city in Colorado. It has a bunch of mythic legends, which we don't really get to see a lot.
Wow.
I know it's a bunch on Instagram in chat there, but they talk about them all the time. But they have some there, some My Little Pony, some G.I. Joe, the small and large, Star Wars, some Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Funko Pops, and much, much more. Bunch of cool looking stuff in there. I think there's even some Motu, and they do customs, like the name as well. Saw some like custom shop type Motu stuff in there as well. But did you know that in 1899, Nikola Tesla built a lab in Colorado Springs to work on his high voltage, high frequency experiments and to study the conductive nature of low pressure air, because Colorado Springs is at a high elevation, so hence there would be low pressure. He then built the largest Tesla coil there at that lab, which measured 49.25 feet in diameter. And he did his experiments there with like those Tesla coil where they shoot at the lightning and all that stuff. But that was back in 1899. But here in 2025, you can go to KD Toys and Customs at 3371 North Academy Boulevard in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Do it. Awesome. Let's go.
Yeah. I think I have some family there still.
That works. There's a couch.
Maybe.
Let's go. Well, before we go today, definitely want to remind everybody, if you want to help support the podcast, that'd be great. Lots of ways you can do that. You can tell a friend, you can make a new friend and then tell them, be like, hi, I know we just met, but I got to tell you about this podcast.
Do you like toys? That's
No,
how I start off all my
why?
conversations
It is.
with the podcast. It's like, because I was at work and someone's like, "Hey, I need a new podcast to listen to,"
Perfect.
and I was like, "Do you like toys?" And then they look confused and they're like, "I only like true crime podcasts." And then I had a single tear.
And they're like,
just came
"No,
down.
stop talking to me." And I'm
Yeah,
like,
don't
come
talk
back
to me
here."
anymore, creepy old guy.
Yes, that's one way, sure. But another way is to go over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. That would be helpful.
That
Sure.
would. Then
But
I can
even-
read it.
We could do that. And one of the best ways, if you're like, no, I want to help out the most I could possibly help out in the helpingest way possible, then go head over to enlistthecore.com. That's our Patreon. There's perks over there, like Elgin said at the beginning of the show. You can get bonus episodes, shout outs on the show, early access to videos. You get to be in an exclusive chat with Elgin, I, and the other core members. Or if you're more of a YouTube person down below there, just hit that join button. Same thing, same perks. Like I said, one of the perks is getting shouted out on the show. And I'm going to do that right now. And here are those awesome folks: Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Alex LaForest, Bill Fisher, and Colin Bunn. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for being awesome core members. Happy birthday, Colin. Just had
Happy
his
birthday, Colin. Maybe he'll listen to it tomorrow.
Yep, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so that was fun. That was a good time. I'm glad you got to get some hate going.
Me too for you.
Yeah, it was fun to listen to my nicest friend be so mad. Well, all right, let's go think of something else we can get mad about. Like this show being over. That's a bummer, right?
Yeah.
Gosh dang it. We gotta go.
We'll see you next week.
Do
though,
that.
For sure.
Yeah, next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, right here on YouTube. Until then, keep being awesome. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.